You won't believe what happens next. It's more exciting than any animated show and throws everyone into danger. The next day, while Benjamin and Mark were arguing over Mary, the media revealed that the CIA secrets had been deleted. It turns out the information Benjamin discreetly downloaded was the CIA undercover list in the crime syndicate, which Mr. Lick sold to the mob. As the undercover agents were taken out one by one, all fingers pointed to the Clay organization, as everyone believed they breached the CIA. They became a genuine crime syndicate. Even though Mark and the others got famous, they hated this way. Someone suggested they should run. After Benjamin's tracking, they discovered that Mr. Lex was actually a member of FNS. Even though Benjamin volunteered the information, they were still treated as scapegoats. Now, Clay was the target of everyone's ire. To save their own skins, they decided to find Mr. Lex and hand him over to the CIA since he was the one they wanted to catch. They pretended to want to join Lex's organization, and Lex seemed to appreciate them, saying he'd accept them as long as Clay completed the task. And the mission was to implant a Trojan virus on the European Police Organization's server. Lex wanted to stay updated on the police's investigation, while Benjamin and his team accepted the task but decided to plant a backdoor in the virus. However, the building's security was tight. They tried many methods to no avail. Even Mark accidentally stabbed his hand while looking for vulnerabilities. Everyone felt this mission could be doomed. Just then, Benjamin saw a group of college students exiting after a tour and accidentally picked up a visitor badge. Masquerading as a student, he bluffed, saying he was a student from the prior tour, asking to retrieve his forgotten wallet. At first, the guard refused, but under Benjamin's stellar acting, he eventually let him in. Using this opportunity, he stealthily set up a wireless network so that any computer connecting could host the virus. When Benjamin informed Mr. X that the task was complete, Mr. X secretly created a hidden chat room. Benjamin handed over the program to him, but the other party said he saw through Benjamin's trick. At that moment, Benjamin's identity was captured, and Mr. X remarked that Benjamin shouldn't have used the entry password he provided. That was an IP tracker, which exposed Benjamin, and a hit order from the mob soon followed. Feeling the danger, Benjamin sprinted away without hesitation. He hid from the hit, but discovered upon returning that his friends had been. He never expected his negligence would cost his friends' lives. Taking up an eggshell, Benjamin realized he couldn't escape fate. So he chose to surrender to the NSA. At that moment, Mary found him, knowing he had stolen for her. The two shared their feelings, and Benjamin promised that if he made it back, he would take Mary away from there. Then Benjamin came to the NSA to confess and told Hannah the whole story. Of course, the deal was that Benjamin would help Hannah rescue Mr. X from the FNS organization. Hannah explained the situation to her superiors, but they seemed skeptical of the young man's tale. Hannah decided to give it a shot and found a computer for him, hoping he could uncover X's real identity. So Benjamin impersonated Mr. X and started spreading rumors that he was working with the NSA, monitoring all hackers' movements. When the real Mr. X found himself labeled a traitor, he lost his cool and forcibly broke in. Benjamin took off his mask and said, "Now I know who you are." It turns out the hammer hidden to trap the legendary hacker turned out to be just a 19-year-old kid. At last, things were looking up, and Hannah told Benjamin they had succeeded. She would provide him with a new identity, but Benjamin's exact identity remained unclear. All of this enrolled him in the witness protection program. However, as Hannah prepared to leave, she noticed a scar on Benjamin's hand. To verify her suspicions, she sneaked into Benjamin's house and found some exciting items. When she asked Mary about Benjamin, Mary said she had no recollection of him at all, which was quite bizarre. Hannah also discovered that Benjamin's mother and grandmother both had severe dissociative disorders. This could be genetic, especially triggered by certain medications. Upon hearing this, Hannah seemed to have an epiphany and then proceeded to gather evidence. She returned to the interrogation room and asked Benjamin where his hand injury came from. Subtitles. Benjamin was somewhat confused, so then Hannah disclosed her findings. The European police didn't find the bodies of the three Benjamin mentioned. They were figments of his imagination. There were no other people at all. He was the sole actor. Benjamin could not accept the fact that he had a dissociative identity. However, this put him at risk of being hunted by the mob. Benjamin broke down and cried, making Hannah feel heartbroken. If not for her miscarriage, her child would have been about his age. Hannah felt powerless. Later, the NSA held a press conference announcing the apprehension of the criminal group known as FNS. They issued warrants for the mobsters while Benjamin was about to be transferred to local court due to his dissociative disorder. Hannah hesitated, thinking he shouldn't suffer danger just because of rules. So, she gave Benjamin a chance, allowing him to rearrange his identity.